RLCraft news. Let's go over some stuff. Here's the thing. I'm by myself today. Fonny is asleep because he works the night shift in his, like, real job. Colin's out on either vacation or a business trip in another country right now, so Colin's not around. I don't know where Ray is at. Mel Dixon is also on hiatus. So a lot of the main devs and everything right now are just like not around. So I'm kind of by myself today, but there's some discussion things I want to get to first. If people have questions, obviously I would like to answer them. Let's just start like this. I have had no short amount of comments of people on my Discord, messaging me privately, emails, YouTube comments, DMs on Twitch, asking where the hell 2.10 is. I think it's been, what, 2 years in development now? I wanted to get it out last year. That didn't happen. I mean, I feel bad, obviously. And like, I feel like I owe people an explanation as to like, what's taking so long. The excuse is always, you know, I'm lazy, which is true. or just like we're taking our time and really wanting to get everything right and kind of do it all at once instead of tiny little updates now and then, right? There is a level of that where I'm like, I really want to make sure the update that we have coming for 2.10 is, I have the issue sometimes of like striving for perfection, which never works out because, you know, we released 2.9 and then there was a 2.91 and a 2.92 and a 2.93, and, you know, just because it never is perfect, and that's just the reality of it, and that's fine. There are goals that we have where I want things to kind of be in the state of the vision that's in my head. So development has been held back a little bit because of that. I won't lie, there has been some feature creep. Like, Better End wasn't on the table for 2.10 until it was. So that's kind of a new thing. And then also the socketed system and Electroblob's Wizardry. Electroblob's Wizardry was like something planned long time ago. But at this point, we ended up focusing on so many other things, and it's been so long that I think, and this is something I kind of wanted to ask people, I think it would be better at this point to just get out what we have now and save some of this stuff for a 2.10.1 or even a 2.11. Because at this point, it is too long. I don't like making people wait this long. And it's not like this was all, it's not on purpose. Here's the question, and I just want to gauge a general reaction here. Would you guys prefer we get something out now for 2.10, or would you rather we wait until we have the major things ready? Because if we put out 2.10 right now, it will not have Electroblob's Wizardry, it will not have the socketed system, and it will not have Better End. Those are the three major things that need a lot of work right now and would absolutely delay 2.10 several more months. And I'm a little bit on the fence about it because I don't want to let people down. I think 2.10 has such like high expectations at this point. I'm like afraid of not meeting those expectations. So I don't want 2.10 to come out and be like this lackluster thing where it's like, oh shit, everything is not here as they promised, you know, or that they were working on. And I mean, that just kind of, I guess that's just how development goes sometimes. But I think we've kind of reached a point or even gone past the point where it's like, we just got to get something out there because it's a bit of like, almost like a, I guess a risk of like the project sort of dying or people losing interest or whatever it is. And like, nobody is more surprised than me that RLCraft has like stood the test of time for 6 years now. That was another idea about a 2.94. That might be more difficult than doing a 2.10 because we'd have to kind of roll back a few things. I don't know if people would be more pissed about that. People are waiting so hard for 2.10 and then we put out a 2.94. Is that gonna piss people off? Right? Because like 2.94 would have mostly quality of life changes. Deadass just to sockets unreleased would be good enough. It's a tough one because a lot of this stuff is, we want to integrate it all in like one go kind of thing. $10 for early access. The real sellout plays. I'm really excited for sockets and Electroblob. I'm equally excited for lightning dragons and new dragon smithing. Right, that is all done. So the lightning dragons, the dragon smithing stuff, that is coming already. Ask yourself, is there enough content right now to distinguish 2.10 from 2.9 and make it an exciting new release? That's a good way to look at it. And I think the answer, I think it's yes. It's just not everything that like we had originally promised. Why not release 2.9 now and then release Better End, etc. as 2.11? That's one of the ideas I'm putting on the table right now. When is Dragonsteel getting added? Okay, hold on. I got something for you, sir. Dragonsteel,
of here, Lamb. You f***ing...
Oh, I am putting down a line where it's like, all right, no more feature creep. We're well past the point of adding new things because it's just becoming more and more and more. And I guess like, thank you. I guess like as to why that I should clarify that isn't the only reason that things have been so delayed. Like feature creep definitely has been a little part of it. Everybody has like their lives to attend to as well. Myself, I've been a little out of the loop for a bit, kind of starting at the end of last year due to like personal life matters and everything. A lot of things happened kind of like all at once that has been really sucky. Because I know people have been asking like, why is it so delayed? And I don't want to throw like all the blame on to like, oh, we're trying too hard or we're trying to do too much or like feature creep, because a good part of it has been me holding stuff back, not on purpose, but I don't talk about like my personal life really too much. You know, this is the internet, right? It's not for entertainment value or anything. I keep things pretty private. But like, I'm not trying to garner sympathy or anything. But just to give you guys like an idea of some of the stuff, it's like, I had a family member come down with cancer recently. And that was like, the beginning of this year. So that has been, a factor. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of like IRL things that's just been happening. I had some relationship stuff as well, which nobody needs to know about. But the point is just like, you know, a lot happened sort of just IRL wise that has sort of taken me out of being able to focus kind of, you know, on like 2.10 and stuff. And it really sucks because like, I remember I wanted to get 2.10 out last year and I had like, we almost had a build ready at the end of last year, like something for Christmas almost. And it just, everything kind of hit the fan at that point. And then it does not feel like it's already July. Like 2025 has gone by so fucking fast. Because so much shit for me happened in the early months of 2025, and it's just, man, shit just blew by. It really did. So like mental health is another thing that's been part of it that I've been working on. And again, I'm not looking for like sympathy or trying to like use that as an excuse or anything. This has just been what's up and part of why development has just been really slowed. And I wanted to do a stream today because my birthday is tomorrow, by the way, and I'm gonna be gone for like a week. So I wanted to do something now to just let everybody know what's going on, keep everybody up to date. I realize I've been pretty silent, and I think at this point it's like, man, I just want to get some test builds out. We have so much new stuff with like ice and fire to test, the new damage description stuff, like distinct damage descriptions is done. Will this decision end in a poll? We could make a poll. You want a poll? I can make a poll. The poll is not going to be a guarantee this is exactly what's going to happen, but it could at least gauge how people are feeling. 2.10 now with missing mods, or wait till everything done. So we'll just quickly gauge what people are feeling. Tie the poll, bro. So again, if we put 2.10 out now, it will not have sockets, better end, or Electro Blob's Wizardry. Those are the three. I can't believe how 50-50 it is, actually.
Like, I think we could have a 2.10 beta out like this week. Really,
do not give time constraints that I can't
like
match.
If we just rush it, like we could just put it out pretty quickly. I don't think trying to make a 2.93 mid-tier version is worth the effort.
And I don't think I could do it this week because again, I'm gone tomorrow until the 16th because
yeah, I meant like we could do it this week, but if you weren't disappearing again.
It's my birthday.
We basically
okay?
already have it, but you're not going to be around to release it.
Yeah. The Bedrock edition. Oh, that was another thing. I wanted to do this. I was afraid it might be a bad look if the Bedrock edition comes out and there's been like zero word about 2.10. You know what I mean? I don't want people to kind of get like mad about that. So I already told everybody Bedrock edition has not hindered the development of 2.10 at all. But not everybody looks at like my Discord and stuff. So I know there would be assumptions made. I have had zero hands-on on the Bedrock edition of RLCraft, other than giving feedback and kind of just talking over general points and stuff and ideas, and that's about it. It's more like
general testing.
Right. They're doing all the stuff for it, built from the ground up with like just my guidance. It's really the essence of RLCraft. It is not a one-to-one conversion. There are no mods used that are in normal RLCraft. They've redone everything from the ground up. So it will be paid because it's Bedrock and the marketplace and everything. And also, I do think that they deserve to. I mean, they've been working on this for 3 years. They've done some really cool stuff. Like, some differences I can already tell you in the way they approached things is they are going with the idea of a little bit of a player level scaling mechanic. When you first start and you're level 1, weaker mobs spawn. Then when you get higher level, harder mobs spawn. More difficult mobs will spawn. I did warn them to keep that kind of subtle because normal RLCraft is not that way. And I know that actually has been some suggestions in the past. I never wanted to do like player scaling, player difficulty, because I like that everything is just there and it's up to the player when to tackle those things. But it is there, it's subtle. Dragon taming works entirely different. In the Bedrock edition, when you kill a dragon, you don't actually kill it. It gets knocked out, and then you can choose when you go up to its body to either kill it or tame it. Which I did say, I'm like, at first, that seems a little OP, but they said that the way, and I haven't like play tested a whole lot to really get the idea. I'm sure they will go through balancing changes, but they said that killing a dragon is going to be really difficult from the get-go. And they have earth dragons and water dragons and like all different types of elements. It's not just fire, ice, and lightning. Their dragon models look super sick, actually. Their animations are cool. There's a fuckload of bosses, like an absolute ass ton. Their leveling system goes up to 50 instead of 32, so their balancing is like completely different. Like, to use a stone sword is you have to get to like attack level 8, which sounds really bad until you realize like how quickly you gain levels in this version. So it's the essence of RLCraft, but it is completely different. They're going with the price of it's going to be $10. They're planning on releasing on the 15th, but don't quote me on that because they are not sure if they're going to get to it in time. They're going to try to make it for the 15th. That's why I wanted to do a stream now for like 2.10 stuff. It's going to be $10. And I told them that I wanted to make sure it was an exact price of the number of mine coins you can buy. Because I don't like the scummy practice of like, you can buy $10 worth of mine coins, but you price your product at $11. So you're like $1 short and you have to buy the next tier, which is like $20. I think that's bullshit. They agreed. They're setting it to an exact price. You can buy it just straight up. And I thought that was really cool. So like no scummy behavior there and everything, you know. But yeah,
I mean they actually hire devs, so like they kind of have to charge for it.
Yeah, I think that's totally fine, them paying out their developers. Honeyfrost is a team, it's a company. They did a fuckload of work. I think they deserve to be paid. There were some other questions that I can also quickly go over here. I talked to the director of the marketplace at Microsoft. We had a few meetings. I asked some of the harder questions about like refunds and stuff. They said, and you can quote me on this because this came from the director's mouth. So if they don't honor it, feel free to talk shit. But if you want a refund, they will absolutely refund, no question asks. And the refund hit goes to Microsoft, not to the Honeyfrost developers. They straight up said, we honor refunds and we take the hit. So I thought that's super cool. Time to run. I mean, obviously don't do that. If you enjoy it, keep playing it, you know, or whatever. I'm gonna stream it when it comes out. I can't do it on the 15th because like I said, I'm gone from the 13th to the 16th. But after I come back, I'll stream the Bedrock edition. I played it like a tiny bit to get an idea. I'm terrible at it, as I'm terrible at normal RLCraft. So that should be fun and entertaining. So super cool. Yeah, that's the Bedrock edition in a nutshell. They said they are gonna definitely keep up to date with quality of life improvements, updates. They even said they have more ideas for later in the works. So, you know, it's not just a one and done releasing it and calling it a day. They are definitely going to keep up to date with it.
Continuous improvement.
I think it's cool. I'm excited to see it. But yeah, this is fun. I'm glad to get to sit down and talk about all this. Obligatory apologies for just the long ass delay. Gonna try to get back into the swing of things here and definitely get a test build out at the very least. I think I'm leaning towards putting out a 2.10 now. With what we have and kind of holding off on things like Better End. Yeah, that is it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support and everything. It has been a blast. I will now explode and wish you guys a good rest of your day. Peace out.